What's up? Welcome back to the channel, Bob Moss Hobbies. This is going to be my first Warhammer related video that's not a battle report, I guess. Yeah, that'll be pretty cool. This is pretty cool. This is something that everybody gets wrong, or at least nobody does right, in my opinion. People have different techniques to get it as close as possible, and that is wheeling your units in Warhammer the Old World. Why is this so difficult? Well, the first thing is a lot of people treat it like a pivot, where you're pivoting on your center. I can hopefully, you can see I'm filming this with a face camera, so I'll put some B-roll footage in here. So a lot of people just pivot it around its center, and that's not actually how you wheel. According to the rule book, you're supposed to, pin one corner down and wheel base. That's your pivot point. That's the center of the arc, so to speak. And speaking of arc, we can get right into it. You can do all your janky ways, measuring an inch at a time. Some people just measure diagonal, which actually gives them a lot of free movement, because when you're wheeling, you do move more. Like, your unit might only move, say, like 3 inches or something, but it's actually going to end up moving like 4.5 or something. Like, that's how much should be deducted from their movement characteristic based off what I'm going to show you here. So here I have pulled up an arc length calculator. Let me start recording. There we go. So I have an arc length calculator here. Pretty simple tool. You can Google it. This is the first one from Google, nothing special. And what I want, so when I first started playing Old World, I guess 6 months ago now, not too long ago, I'm not like the most experienced player in the world. I just think we can make this easier on ourselves, guys. So I was thinking of all the different angles, and like, you're most likely going to do like a 30-degree wheel or something like that, but that doesn't really work. What I want is a ratio. So what I do here is, if I'm going to wheel 90 degrees, that means I'm taking my unit and 90 degrees, it's now facing the other direction, rather than turning, because you can turn your models, you can turn your unit, but when you turn your unit, you actually have to turn the individual models. So if you're in like an 8x3 and you turn, you're now in a 3x8 marching column, but you can't actually march because you maneuvered. And yeah, so it's wheeling is usually the superior option depending how wide your unit is. What we want here, we're just going to go with a 1-inch radius. So if there's a 1-inch base, how much movement does it use for a 90-degree wheel? And we can see down here 1.57. So what I like to do, I just round it down to 1.5 because the math is easier. If you want to make it hard on yourself, go to 1.6. It's going to get real messy when you start getting into the 60 millimeter bases, which are they're fun. I can just throw it in here. If we do a 60 millimeter base, it's 3.7. You do rough some math in there, because the bases aren't all, you have 30 mil, 60 mil, the 25 and 50 mil, 100 mil, they're a lot easier because they are just inches. So for every inch wide the unit is, your 90-degree arc is going to be 1.5 that. So if you're 4 inches wide and you want to wheel 90 degrees, it's 6 inches of movement. So most infantry is going to have to march. It's a great, simple way to do it. So then, especially if you do want to just go 90 degrees or 180 degrees, you can do your math really, really quick. Just to do the math easy, we'll say a Griffin on a 50 millimeter base, that's 2 inches. If you want to fly forward and do a full 180, the full 180 is going to cost you 6 inches of movement. So you're fly 9, you could fly forward 12 and then pivot on one corner, not about your center, pivot on one corner, the 180 degrees, wheel, on one corner, 180 degrees, and you can face the opposite way. You're going to see this in a battle report. I don't know when it's coming. It's going to come sometime. I'm really slow on editing them. So guys, we can make this a lot easier. So then from there, you can just do the math. If you can do a 45 degree wheel, it's half that. A 30-degree wheel is about a third a third of that. So you figure out your size, your length, your distance, sorry, that's the right word, your distance for a 90-degree wheel, and then you adjust from there, because like, yes, it's still going to be a little bit fudged, but it's going to be a lot closer than just taking a measuring tape, pointing it at like a 45-degree angle and going 16 inches that way, because that is just, that's way too much free movement in my opinion. When this game is very much about movement and the intricacies of it and minute differences, you know, the difference between movement 7, 8, 9, 10, like it's not a lot, it's a couple inches. That's what she said. But it does actually matter when you're on the table playing and you're trying to jockey for position and you're playing line of sight and vision angles and stuff like that. These types of things do start to matter. So just in summary, for every inch wide the unit is, your 90-degree wheel is going to be 1.5 that. So 1 inch, 90-degree wheel, 1.5. You go 6 inches, 90-degree wheel is going to be 9 inches. So on and so forth. What I do before I do my wheels is I just measure how wide my unit is, do my math, do my 90-degree wheel math, and then kind of see how much movement I want to use in there for my wheel. And then you just go from there. You do a nice proper wheel with proper, much more accurate measurement, and then you can go forward, charge into battle. Da-da-da. There are also, like I've seen on Etsy, there's these wheel tools. Those work too as well if you want to use those. I think they seem great. There is some fudging of their math as well, because they're set for certain base widths, and as you get wider, your wheel gets bigger and bigger, and you use more and more of your movement. You know, a 10 model wide unit probably can't do a 90-degree wheel, where a 5 wide model unit probably can, just because it's half the width. I think I just about covered everything. If you have any questions, comments, if you think I'm stupid, if you think this is a great idea, let me know down below. Like the video. If you made it this far, just like it. Subscribe to the channel. I have more world battle reports, maybe opinions like this. If you guys think this is a great idea, spread the word, share this to your friends. Let's make wheeling great again, guys. All right, until next time, bye-bye now. How do I do this again?